going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly so we can get right into. Okay, let's see if you guys can hear me. Okay. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Glad you guys can hear me. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. Salute to all the visionaries in the building. We got another great show lined up for you guys. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Whoever's here, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button and share today's show. Share today's show. Share it on y'all community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere that you share content. Please share today's show. We are going to get into it today. We're going to get into it today. Let's see who's in the building. I'm going to shout you guys out. Make sure you guys smash that like button, share today's show. Smash that like button and share today's show. Support today's show by hitting that like button and sharing the show. So let's see who's in the building. Let's see who's in the building. Then let's get to it. Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie B. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Shout out to my man Sonny. What up, Sonny? Salute, salute. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're in the building. Glad you're in the building. MySpace. What's up, MySpace? Peace. What up, young Reyes? Salute, man. Boot camp in the building. What up, boot camp? Salute, salute. Shout out to my man Bob. What up, Bob? Salute. Mike C on the check-in. What up, Mike? Salute to you, bro. Hey, Classy Creole. Salute to you. Glad you're in the building. I appreciate you always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you. Which pastor coming out the congregation playing this? That's a good question, Mike. That's a good question. Hey, Jasmine, how you doing? Shout out to Miss Jasmine. Shout out to my brother, the underrated darkness in the building. Good afternoon, my brother. Salute to you. Somebody lying says, preach DS1. I was talking about this today. Looking forward to this commentary. Shout out to you, somebody lying. DMW shots. Salute, my brother. Salute to you. Appreciate the pull up, man. Appreciate the pull up. Oh man, I didn't know that. Miss Angie. Feel better, Miss Angie. Feel better. Shout out to Cuzzo on the check-in. Salute, salute, Cuzzo. Glad you're in the building. Appreciate your support. Shout out to my comrade in the building. Salute to my brother, Mr. Sutton, on the check-in. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, bro. Tereb 2002. What up, Tereb 2002? Salute. Hey, Miss Queena. Shout out to Miss Queen in the building. Salute to you. I appreciate you always coming through and holding down a Chizat. Great to see you, Miss Queena. See who else is in the building. And then we're going to get into it. Shout out to my man. Let me put the tip in. Salute, salute. He said, salute DS1. Is that Les Brown? Nah, nah, that's I believe that's Young Creflo. What up, Kari? How you doing? Shout out to Miss Kari D. Thanks, Young Reyes. I appreciate it. Eric Ford in the building. What up, Eric? What up, Sister George? How you doing? Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to you as well. Shout out to Sister George in the building. Man, y'all see today's show. Oh, I appreciate that, Tereb. He says, salute to you on your health journey. Keep up the good work. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. And I definitely will, man. Definitely will. Definitely will. We're going to be turning up this 2024. So I appreciate your support, man. Salute. Y'all see today's show. Hey, L'Oreal, how you doing? Shout out to Ms. L'Oreal in the building. Shout out to you. Prosperity preaching has corrupted our leadership. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about this. We have to talk about this. We have to. Oh, we have to. We have to. So let's start from the beginning. Let's do a little review. As y'all know how we do on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. What is the first value of life? Can y'all sound off in the chat room? What is the first value of life? Because see, we're gonna talk about this today. We're gonna talk about this today. Oh, yeah. What is the first value of life? The first value of life. Shout out to my man Hubert in the building. He drops out the clouds and he answers the question. He says spiritual value. Ms. Angie says spirituality. Classy Creole says spiritual value. Cuzzo says spiritual value. Camille says spiritual value. Yes, knowledge, spiritual value. Spiritual value is the first value of life. Right? So, if spiritual value is the foundation of everyone's life, it is supposed to be, and it is, whether you believe it or not, whether you believe it or not, it's the first value. Knowledge itself, spiritual value. Knowledge itself, faith, these are other things that you can interchange with spiritual value. It's part of spiritual value. Knowledge is a part of spiritual value. Religion is a part of spiritual value. And guess what else is part of spiritual value, y'all? This is why we have to talk about this. This is why this stuff is so damaging to people. Because guess what else is spiritual value? Guess what is another trait of spiritual value? Leadership. Leadership. Today's show, prosperity preaching has corrupted our leadership. It has corrupted our men. This stuff has corrupted men spiritually. Understand where corruption takes place, where it begins. It begins spiritually. Internally is where it begins. Understand this. To be a thief, right? It's an internal thing. It's an internal thing. The act of stealing is the external part. But someone calling you a thief, that's an internal thing. That's a trait. That's a character trait that you show. So this is why they say everyone can't be a leader. Yes. Absolutely, young Reyes. Absolutely. It's in your heart, spirit. Eric says, wisdom through tough life experiences, indeed, the overcoming. Yes, wisdom. Wisdom is also what? Part of what? Spiritual value. It's part of spiritual value. So when we speaking on leadership and prosperity preaching and how it corrupted leadership, we're going to talk about this today. Leadership is part of spiritual value. Everybody can't be a leader. Why? Because it's internal. Leadership comes from within a person. Can you learn leadership practices and things like that? Yes, but you usually learn it from a person who has that inherently. Pay attention to what I said. I'm not saying you can't learn to lead, but you usually learn that from a person who's inherently a leader. He didn't have to go read the book. This is who he is. That's why he wrote the book, to tell you how to be like him. You see? He could tell you how to be like him because he's him. He didn't go watch and go to seminars. No, that's who he is. This is why you can tell when you're dealing with a real leader and a false leader, a false teacher, a false prophet. You can tell by the spirit, unless you don't know how to discern. You see, you should know a leader when he opens his mouth, when she opens her mouth. You see, leadership doesn't denote I got a certificate. You see, that don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean nothing in the spirit. That doesn't mean you're a leader at heart because you went to school. That don't mean you a leader at heart. That means you a leader on paper. You see? So understand this. When we talking about prosperity preaching and leadership and how serious this stuff is, because see, a lot of y'all, and shout out to everyone, but a lot of y'all who's been watching the videos that I put out about TD Jakes, the line of thought I've been going down lately. A lot of people has been coming under the videos and basically trying to say that basically people should kind of like give TD Jakes a break from this stuff. And I could understand because you people become lovers of personalities. Y'all become so caught up in the character that this person is playing that you miss the character of the man. See, you get caught up in the character and you don't pay attention to the character of the man. And remember, I did a show about character in leadership. How you denote an effective and a good leader is by their character. See, this is what people forgot. You see? Because people want to be fans of people. They want to be fans of people. When you're not looking at a person's character, you're more caught up in the character on the stage. This is why these people can keep coming up here, playing charades with y'all, fleecing y'all for y'all money, and then y'all turn around and say, well, we're going to blame God. You see? And this is why we got to speak on this corruption. Because these people have forced a lot of you people to become atheists. Have forced you people into, because I'm speaking on this because this what happened to me. Dealing with corrupt leadership, now you in the goddamn conscious community with an unk on your neck. Now you worshiping rocks because this nigga in the pulpit, right, who's sitting there lying because he got a goddamn certificate from a religious school, have tore down the goddamn church, have tore down the mosque. And he has turned the word into a hustle. So the men, the real men left, right? And try to find something else. And then we run into other stuff and we find out that all that's corrupt too. You go run the Sinetta and you find out he a devil. Community and find out how wicked they are. You find out that it's a bunch of prosperity preaching wherever you go. It's a bunch of prosperity preaching. And with all this so-called prosperity, why are the people still suffering? See, this how you know this stuff is a gaffle. Because let's look up the word prosperity. Because see, we think prosperity is just money and material stuff. You know, we think this is prosperity. This is what you think prosperity is. See, this is what they got y'all with. And you got more people sick still today. You got more Rolls Royces on the road, but it's a goddamn overflow of mental and mental health medication being prescribed to the people. See, y'all don't see what's going on? Y'all don't see what's going on? Y'all don't see it, huh? Shout out to my man GQ. What up, GQ? Salute. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it, bro. We're going to talk about it. What up, Bucket? Shout out to my man, Bucket. Good afternoon, bro. If you're in the building, hit the like button. Hit the like button. It's free. It's free. What's up, China? How you doing? I appreciate your membership. Money Boy Films in the building. Salute, bro. Absolutely. And we got to speak out against this. See, because I'm glad you put that, GQ. Because see, what they want black men like us to do, GQ, they want us to speak against the drug dealers, right? This is what they want. They want us to speak against the drug dealers, the killers, the robbers. You know, we got to clean up the community. We need to speak against them. But what about people like these people? Huh? What about these people? Because see, the spiritual leaders, you see, are the ones that's supposed to be in alignment with the community leaders to get the drug dealers off the corners. You see this? So the reason why the hoods are still messed up is because they still selling dope in that church. They still are collecting drug money, right? And have a whole criminal organization in these mosques, in these cities. They running whole criminal syndicates in the name of Allah. This is why Philly is suffering. This is why they still got a bunch of dope fiends down there. Go look up Kensington. One of the worst places in America right now to be. We talk about in the whole 50 states. Look up Kensington. We talk about in the whole 50 states. This is one of the worst places you could be in America right now. We talk about the city of brotherly love, one of the homes and one of the hubs of Islam. One of the hubs of Islam. But they can't do nothing about them dope fiends. You know why? Because y'all selling the dope. Y'all selling the heroin in the name of Allah. Y'all selling it. Yeah. Just like you're lying. Yeah, just like y'all lying in there. Y'all lying on the outside too. Just like the goddamn church. You're selling spiritual poison, which is why it's still poison out on the street for people to buy. Them same niggas that's selling poison come in the house and give you that dope money. Yeah. Talk about that. Talk about that. How they could come in there and buy favor. Yeah. This is why the streets is messed up. Because spiritually, we're all corrupted. And where do we go for salvation? We can't even talk to the men who supposedly talk to God. We find out he could be bought off. So what do? We run off. You see? When we found out that these people like to sniff more dope and sell more drugs than the niggas outside, you wonder why men not changing? You wonder why these young boys want to come up and do what they see and why they only see that? Because they know Pastor such and such come down the way. This is real life. They know Pastor such and such still come down the way. And he like to hang out with Miss such and such. And Miss such and such come and see my homeboy whenever Pastor such and such is at her house. You see? See, this is the shit we don't want to talk about. Cause you worry about people business. Really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? But these people tell you they business. You they spiritual leader. These people come to you and tell you what's going on in their life. And you walking around here hiding? Huh? You run around here lying? All for what? All for what? Or no. No, you might not be him. You might be the pastor, right? Who come and say, I came to enrich the flock. see, you got those, Creflo, Mr. If you follow God and you follow my program, you won't never be late on your rent again. When the only nigga who ain't gonna be late on his rent is him. You see? See? When saving souls become your profession. You see? You see? We're gonna get you out of poverty in the name of Jesus. Yeah. You heard what TD Jakes had to say on Christmas. He started talking about how many people he put in houses. We're gonna keep putting people in houses. See this? Prosperity preaching. Prosperity preaching has corrupted the men. See, because now you can hide behind prosperity. Now you can hide all of your sin and talk about the people you done put in houses. I put people in houses. Oh, you did? Oh, that's what you did? You did that off your dime? Or did you do that off for what the people gave? See, pay attention to what they be saying. Pay attention to what they be saying. I put people in houses. You see this? Pay attention. This is the stuff that corrupts leadership. You see, it's not the money that corrupts leadership. It's the person who don't know how to handle what comes with being a leader. Because see, what come with your form of leadership, sometimes you may get a lot of money from it. See, nobody's saying you're not supposed to make money from being a leader. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. But the problem is when you become a prosperity preacher. The problem becomes when you start doing it for money. See, you are to be in the world, not of it. You see? So if you gonna use God's words to make money, what else you'll do to make money? The first value in life is spiritual value. So if you will compromise yourself spiritually for money, this is why some of us guys will not put, homosexuality past a lot of you dudes. And I'm let me speak for myself. The reason why I don't put it past a lot of these guys, especially these prosperity preachers, is because they're already spiritually corrupt. They have already compromised spiritually. This is what they've done. They've already compromised. You see? And if you'll do that spiritually, come on now. Come on now. What else you gonna do for money if you gonna play with God's word for money? Why would I put it past you playing with a man when you playing with God's word for money? So why wouldn't I put it past you playing with a man? Huh? And what's wrong with saying that? See, this the problem today. This is what prosperity preaching has done. Prosperity preaching has made God's people weak and accepting of the demonic. You see? This is what prosperity preaching has done. It has made the people so weak-minded and feeble where you just accept anything as long as it look good. As long as they produce a template, they got to come with this, and this. But God is sold separately. Y'all listening to people who got the look, who could talk, who got the voice, who got the crowd, but they ain't got God in there. You know why? Because they're not willing to tell the truth. They're not willing to be transparent. So how you dealing with God? Huh? How are you dealing with God? Hiding, lying. As a leader, not just a follower, but you're a lying leader. You're a manipulative leader. You see that? That's spiritual corruption. That's a corrupt man. These men are corrupt. They need to be called out. It's in the book. They talk about charlatans. It's in the book. What do you think these prosperity preachers are? Why do you think they've only prospered? They've only prospered. You helping a goddamn man buy a new jet when you can't buy a new car. You can't buy a new car, but you're going to help this man buy a new jet. Listen to this stuff. Look how corrupt people are. And then you'll tell somebody else not to donate to a person that's telling the truth because you don't like them, because you like listening to lies, because you've gotten comfortable with this stuff. This is why these prosperity preachers have gotten so comfortable living the lies that they've been living. And then you wonder why men don't want to step up in certain areas and lead. Because before these men can step into and take their rightful places, it's a lot of men that are going to have to get out of the way. There's going to be a fight. This is the same fight that was had by men in the black manosphere, where you had men who wanted to stand on what we were talking about, and then you had men who were prosperity preachers. We're not going to say their names, but these guys were the prosperity preachers. So they wanted to keep the red pill talk. They wanted to keep the tricking talking. They wanted to keep the passport talking, because these were the prosperity preachers, which corrupted the leadership, because these men were corrupt. How do we know they were corrupt? Because they didn't start out that way. T.D. Jakes didn't start out that way. They didn't start out that way. This is how we know they're corrupt, because they didn't start out that way. They didn't start out that way. These men was talking about morals, manhood, being principle-based men, standing on integrity, not compromising for the bag. But what happened? These men were corrupted. This is the same thing that corrupted the leadership in the black manosphere. Prosperity preaching. What they want to hear. What's going to look and sound good to the world. You see? When we all know that the world loved the devil, the world don't love God. Just like the men in the black manosphere knew that everybody was against the black man. But then what did we do? We became about trying to impress the same goddamn people who was against us. We started doing content for them. Gender war. Doing content for them. Prosperity preaching. And the men who spoke against it were what? Ostracized, just like in the church. Just like in the church. They start seeing you're unruly. You're speaking against leadership. Yeah. Just like here in the black manosphere, same thing happened. You get ostracized. Nobody supports you. Because who don't want to go to a mega church? Who don't want to go to a channel with over 500,000 subscribers and go and watch that show? See, it's the same concept. I hope y'all paying attention. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope y'all paying attention. It's the same concept. Same concept. You help Creflo Dollar get a jet. You help one content creator buy 3 cars in front of y'all. He bought 3 cars with y'all money. And all you men are mad at him now who was supporting him in the past. Just like you mad at that pastor. Just like you mad at pastor. Why you don't want to go back to church? Because you mad at him. Because you realize he was lying. That's why you don't want to go back. Just like you ain't going to go back to that channel after you done donated all that money and saw him buy all them new clothes and buy all them new cars and came back and still called black men broke and shitted on black men. Sound like a prosperity preacher, right? But he's still going to tell you to donate. if you going to donate. In the black manosphere, is in the name of the love of the black man. And church is in the name of God. See this? Prosperity preaching has corrupted leadership. What's up, Toya? How you doing? Has corrupted leadership. This is what this stuff has done. This is why now you hear everybody saying, oh, religion's a hustle. No, people hustle religion. Religion isn't in the hustle. Religion is not a hustle. People hustle religion. God is not a hustle. People hustle what God say. It's not a hustle. It's what people make it out of. Prosperity preaching is a hustle. Not the church. The church ain't a hustle. It's the people in there that's hustling. Come on now. Let's make sense of things. Let's just stop saying stuff that we heard other people say. Because a lot of this stuff we repeat it because we have negative experiences in the church. We have negative experiences in the mosque or in the temple. And we leave and we listen to things that confirms our bias based on how we felt, based on the situation that happened. And then we start believing that this shit is true and we regurgitate it. Oh, church is a hustle. Who told you that? 9 times out of 10, the person who told you that is a person who got hustled by a prosperity preacher. See, they ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that part. They ain't gonna tell you how they was in the church and they joined the Ponzi scheme in the church with people who was in the church. And since they lost their money, they blamed it on God. Oh, church is a hustle. No, you was part of a Ponzi scheme that was ran by the goddamn deaconess in the church. And you put your money in it. You followed the church instead of following God. And then said, oh, this is the hustle. Religion's a hustle. God is a hustle. No, tell the truth. You went to church and thought you was going to get some money. Tell the truth. See what I mean about this corruption that's in our spirit? Pay attention to your intentions. What was your intention? Tell the truth. This stuff corrupts leadership because it has corrupted the men. Where these men run whole Ponzi schemes. Bishop Lamar Whitehead was running a Ponzi scheme in the name of God. You see this? You see? So you got people, right, who come in and they corrupt how the system of God is supposed to be ran, and that makes people run away and say something is wrong with God. Forgetting that the only other person you're going to run to is the goddamn devil. When you run away from God, where you running to? You running right to the devil. See, this is what we got to remember. You got wicked people who have convinced you to go join the devil because that's who they're a part of. They just sitting in God's house thinking they can hide. This is why they ass getting set on fire. They're getting exposed. You see? Because you got a bunch of demons sitting in God's house, running the real people away to go join the devil, running the people that have skills, not just hard skill, but soft skills. They know how to deal with people. They know how to care for people. All them people with the devil. They got them people running away from God to go be with the devil. So all your loyalty is with the devil and with the world. Your loyalty is with the bag, the devil. Fame, wanting to be seen. That's why most of you niggas want money. Most of you niggas don't even got a plan. If you got $1 million right now, you niggas wouldn't know where to start. You know where you gonna go? You gonna go to Louis. That's where you gonna go. See, that shows where your mind is at, because that shows where what your spirit is resonating on. You niggas chasing money to be seen, not because you got anything to do, because you want to be seen, just like these prosperity preachers. Just like these prosperity preachers. You see? Just like them. Just like them. Okay, we back. We back. Can y'all hear me? Because I was glitching up a little bit. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hey, Miss KP. Shout out to Mrs. KP Bailey in the building. Peace to you. Bob says, I got hustled. I will admit it. Yeah. Because you gotta admit that to yourself. Yup. Watch them church ladies too. And them women conferences. Hey, L'Oreal, that's what y'all need to be speaking on. Y'all need to be speaking on that. For real. For real. Smash that like button, y'all. If you're in the building, hit the like button and share the show. Hit the like button and share the show. The links is going across the screen. Support today's show, man. Hit the PayPal, hit the Venmo. Support today's show. Support today's show, man. Support today's show. It's 2024, y'all. Support today's show. Support the content that you want to continue to see. You got to support, man. Okay, I'm glad y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. What up, Club Fortune? Salute. Yes, holy weird. What up, UFO? But this stuff has corrupted our leadership. See, now a man's job is preaching when that was never supposed to be. See, preaching and teaching the word of God, and that's not a profession. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to get into that a little more tomorrow, where we're going to discuss the difference between a man's work and a man's job. See, these prosperity preachers, they done blurred the lines. See, they got men thinking that your job is your work. This is why you got a lot of men who've had jobs for a long time, who've been in careers for a long time, and after they stop doing that job, a lot of them get sick and die. A lot of them can't enjoy their life after their job because they never were focused on doing the work. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. This is due to the prosperity preaching. Prosperity preaching is a career now. It's a profession. It's a job. I'm going to preach the word of God to make sure these bills are paid. You see this? I'm going to come before you every Sunday with a word to pay my bills. You see this? You see? Because why do you hustle? Why do you hustle? You hustle to do what? Pay your bills, right? Isn't that why you hustle? You know, you need some extra money outside of your what? Your job. So preaching becomes your hustle. God becomes your hustle. Salvation becomes your hustle. That's what prosperity preaching is. The hustle of salvation. You get salvation through prosperity. See, if you're not prosperous, God ain't in your life. God ain't blessing you because you don't live in a $4 million home. God ain't rained his blessings on you until you drive a goddamn BMW. That's when you become in the favor of God, because what you drive and how much square footage is your house. See, this is what prosperity preaching teach you. The mega church. And if you want to continue to be blessed and continue to be prosperous in the name of Jesus, you're going to send me an offering. y'all don't see how this goes? You're going to send me an offering. You're going to tithe like you never tithed before. See how they talk to you? See how they talk to you? You see? If you want a house, give me your offering. See this? Prosperity preaching. This is this man's job. This is not his work. This is his job. Take that away from a lot of these guys. See how high value they are then. See if they could wear the suits and the clothes and see if they could still live like that. When preaching is no longer their job. What did T.D. Jakes say when he was crying? God knows I just want to do my job. Ain't that what he said? Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Isn't that what he said? I just want to do my job. I just want to do my job. You got to pay attention to the words. I just want to do my job. I just want God to tell me, well done, good job. Listen. See that? See? You know how many people I put in houses? You know how many people they gotta live paycheck to paycheck? You know? How long y'all want to keep looking at stuff like that? Y'all believe that? You wouldn't believe your own family member that'll do that, but you won't believe him? This is called prosperity preaching. You see? God ain't asked you to help nobody with their finances. God said he will. He didn't ask the preacher to help nobody with their credit. We have financial experts to do that. God ain't tell you to put nobody in no house. He said, you bring all your worries to me. He didn't say bring it to you, TD Jakes. He said he will make sure you never go without. He said you lean on him. So why you talking about what you did? Oh, because this your job and you hustling God. You hustling in the name of Jesus. That's why. Because the book ain't tell you to do that. That's not why you was appointed and anointed by God to help nobody with their goddamn finances. Where that say that at? Which one of the disciples got people credit together back in them days? Which one of them put somebody in a house and gave him some land? Huh? This is prosperity preaching. Because guess how the human mind works? Well, if he got them some money, why he can't get me none? And there goes the hustle. There goes the hustle. If he could get them in the new house, why can't he get me in one? And then you start having people coming to church for a new house. You praying to God just for a new house. And ain't nothing wrong with praying for a new house. But who said you just gonna get the new house? You might not get the new house till 5 years from now when you're dealing with God. But when you deal with the devil, you know, you could just go fill out a frivolous application. You know, you want to go deal with a prosperity preacher, you know, he could speed up the process to get you a house. See, and this is why the house of God is so corrupted, because of prosperity preaching. Because of prosperity preaching. You got people joining Islam to get a goddamn store. Yeah, I said it. You want to go put on a hijab and a kufi and all of that so you can get lined up with them Arabs so you can get you a free store. Right? And sell grabba leaf and backwoods and shit and have a smoke shop. Right, niggas? That's why y'all becoming Muslim. So all you niggas can freely sell weed. Yeah, I said it, nigga. It's the truth. See, I'm not scared to say the truth because I tell it in them niggas' faces. That's why you turn Muslim, so you can sell weed out the corner store. See, when we used to illegally sell weed out the corner store, we wanted to be Muslim then because we used to sit in the store all day with with our packs. And he used to tell us about Islam. In real life. Yeah. That's why you wouldn't took your shahada, because you want a smoke shop. You want to sell grabba leaf, you know. They set it up for you, bring people in there for you, make about 20,000 a month, and you get you give your little kickback. I know the game. See, I know. I know. Yeah. 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 Everybody got a smoke shop. Who you think that's coming from? This is prosperity preaching. See, when you hear preaching, you don't think of Islam. It's all prosperity preaching. All of it. Oh, you want to go join the nation so you can learn about crypto and blockchain. So you could be down with 19 keys. It's right in our faces. It's right in our faces. Niggas hustling God. Then telling you, look what God gave me. God blessed me with abundance. And he done stole every goddamn thing he got. But he'll sit on the camera and tell you God gave this to him. This is what these people do nowadays, man. This is what these people do. It's in the book. They tell you how wicked folk gonna get. This how you know we in the last days. Because at my age, I'm seeing things I thought I would never see. I'm surprised at the level of wickedness in people. And I'm still young. So I can imagine when my children grow up. This is why we got to talk about this. I can only imagine. Come on, bro. You know we know, bro. You know we know. You know we know. You know we know. Come on, man. We know. We know. Eric Ford says, ass backwards and stupid and ignorant and proud of it. Like, damn, yeah. And proud of it. Yes. Stiff-necked. Yeah, stiff-necked. Yeah. Standing proudly. Because that's what you have to be when you worldly. See? This stuff has corrupted our leadership. This is why now nobody believes anyone, nobody trusts anyone. And if you notice, this how you know that this prosperity stuff has corrupted everything. Right? This prosperity preaching and all of this big hustle. It's how you know it has corrupted everyone. This how you this how you know right here. People expect bad from everyone. What I mean is nowadays people don't even expect a person to be a decent person anymore. See, I don't know if it's just me, but see, I pay attention to stuff like that. And it's not about trusting anyone and being naive. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that, man. It's a level of wickedness that exists now where there's no boundaries. There's no boundaries. There's nothing in place to keep order anymore. This is how corrupt this stuff is, man. This is how corrupt people done became. And there's something wrong with that. That is just not how the world is. Because if you can remember at a point where people had decency for one another. So don't tell me that's just how the world is. See, I don't like when people talk like that. That's how you know. That's how you know when you're talking to a person who ignorant too, who really can't have the conversation. Because see, when people say that, they really don't have much to add. So they just want to just shut it down. Like, oh, yeah, that's because you don't understand. If you had any understanding, this will be a conversation you would want to be into. Because these are the conversations that can actually get people to transform how they think in order to survive. You see? Because we always in survival mode, right? But I hope y'all know that this world has gotten to a place where if you don't have the intangibles, you won't survive. You see? Y'all don't notice all of this relationship talk about who run the house based on income and all of that. Y'all don't notice how that shit is irrelevant now? Because now you need two incomes. Now you need two incomes. Y'all not paying attention to this stuff? Because this is a reminder that what? Family is important. Family is an internal value. We got to get back to family. First, we got to get back with God. Then we can address the real mental health issues. When we get our health together, then we'll get our families right. We'll build healthier families. You see? Then we'll have proper house. We'll have a house that's whole. We'll have a house that's whole. Not a house that's perfect, a house that's whole. You see? But this prosperity preaching has ushered in a wicked spirit that has corrupted everything. You see? Because prosperity preaching is all about what? Capitalism. See? Capitalizing. Capitalizing off what? The ignorance, confusion. The devil is the author, is what? The author of confusion. The ignorance and the confusion of the consumer. This is how capitalism reigns. Through the ignorance of the consumer. You always capitalize off of someone's ignorance of something. Spiritual value. See that? When your spirit is compromised, you're ignorant. You become ignorant. You become susceptible to anything. You'll begin to fall for anything because you don't stand for nothing. So now spiritually, you're susceptible to a bunch of crap. You see? This corrupts leadership. This spirit corrupts men. And it takes us off the course we supposed to be on. That's what this stuff does. That's what fame and all of that does. And these prosperity preachers want to get us enthralled into that. This is what created the mega church. The prosperity preacher created the mega church. There will be no mega churches without prosperity preaching. Because see, a real man of God in today's world, thousands of people will run away from him and discredit him because he may not drive the Cullinan. He may not come on the stage with Louis sneakers on. He may not come up there wearing Baccarat, the $400 cologne. His wife is not, the first lady is not sitting there Chanel down. So you ain't gonna listen to him. You see? See, this is how Creflo knew he could get y'all money. This is how TD Jakes know he could get y'all money. Because he know he gonna keep just putting on for y'all. And the more he keep putting it on for y'all, you gonna keep paying. You gonna keep paying to see a show. Came up there with the Santa Claus. He had the Santa Claus blaze on. You see? There is no mega church without prosperity preaching. You see? You see? What up, Boogeyman? He said, this what scares them, us having ourselves together. Absolutely. Not only do they capitalize off our ignorance, but they capitalize off our backs too. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Rain and Woman says, and God always pulls the covers. Absolutely. And this is what's going on. What's up, Cynical One? I see you in the building. Prosperity preachers are a stain in God's eye. Talk about it, Boogeyman. Talk about it, bro. Club Fortune says he was dancing in the money in a sermon and people somehow ignored it. Absolutely. Absolutely. But they will not ignore me getting up here and speaking against it. They will not ignore the other men who will get up and speak against it. See, they'll take their time to try to tell me something or tell other guys who's speaking against this wickedness. You'll take your time to say something, but you won't take the time to speak how, based on the Bible, that homosexuality is a problem. And that if he is guilty of this, he can no longer be a man of God in the form of leadership. See, y'all won't say that. But y'all will tell me how I can't judge him. Why? Because he a mega church preacher? Why? Because he got 2-3 something million followers? That's why I can't say nothing. But if he decided to say something about little old me, I'm just supposed to accept it, right? You see that? That's called favoritism. Favoritism is in the world of vanity. You see that? You see that? We don't play that favoritism thing, especially amongst men. You're hold to the same standard that I hold myself to. There's no favoritism here. There's no big eyes and little U's. Oh, but when you got a mega church, you're not supposed to say nothing. See that? And this is all cowardice. You want to say something to the little guys. You want to say something to the guys that you want to say all the things to the little guys that you scared to say to the big guys. You want to flex your muscles with the little guys. That's because you a coward. Number one, you a coward as a man. And number two, you don't really believe in God. Because if you believed in God, you know you could slay giants. See that? But you want to be a bully and try to pick on people who you think is beneath you. And y'all are doing this in the name of protecting TD Jakes. Y'all did this with Eddie Long. But none of y'all came out and said nothing when all those things came out to be true about Eddie Long. None of y'all came out and apologized to none of the people y'all attacked who spoke against it. See, this shows y'all level of wickedness, and it shows that y'all are not godly individuals. And that a lot of y'all are not church members, y'all are cult members. You're acting like a cult member. You'll attack anyone that you see speaking against that person that you hold favoritism to. But when it comes out that they openly did something wrong, you won't even go back and apologize to the people you said something to. And y'all call yourself church members. No, you're a cult member. If you follow a prosperity preacher, you are a cult member. You're following a cult. Because number one, the leader follows the devil. You see that? So that's the proof right there. You're part of a cult. And you're a cult member, not a church member. See that? Because you belong to a mega church and a prosperity preacher. When we all know that in the book, the one who tempts you with all of the wiles of the world is who? Who always comes to God's people, especially the men, and tempt him with all the wiles and the riches of the world. See, God ain't got to tempt you with nothing. God give you a choice. Who come and tempts you? Who deal with temptation? Hey, if you give me this, I'll give you this. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? So these prosperity preachers follow the devil. So if you follow a prosperity preacher, you are a cult member. That's what you are. You're part of a cult. This is why he could never do nothing wrong. Even if you find out he blowing other men's backs out, you're going to still follow. Because you're a cult member. And you don't follow God, you follow that man. Because see, if you follow God, you wouldn't stand next to a man who blow other men's backs out. You see that? You don't make excuses and say, oh, well, he got to deal with that with God. That's true. But your job is not to follow him no more. You see that? See, y'all forget that part. This how I know y'all are cult members. Because you never bring up what your responsibility is. Oh, well, he got to take that up with God. And what you got to do. Now, what are you going to do? Now you found out he been blowing men's backs out with a whole wife. What you going to do now? So what if he got to take that up with God? What are you going to do? Are you going to still follow him? Are you still going to listen to the word of God that come out of a man's mouth like that? Huh? Exactly. You're a cult member. This is why there's no black male leadership. Because all the black men who are standing in positions of leadership, they're getting bent over. And a lot of them are choosing to. And they bending other men over. And they stealing. And they robbing and pillaging black people. So they can keep having fun and being nasty and wicked. That's why. We won't talk about that though. We scared. What we scared of? What you scared of? Scared to lose friends? You scared to not be a part of that network? Huh? Scared you ain't gonna be able to come around and everybody speaking to you and everybody hugging you and calling you sister such and such, making you feel important because you ain't never felt important in your life. Pay attention. Mr. Sutton says the leader of temptation is Big L. And I ain't talking about LL Cool J. Exactly. See? See? Boogeyman says, never follow him or any of those charlatans and never will. Salute. Young Reyes says, DS1, it's up to us to take accountability or not. Absolutely. 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 But you know what? You know what helps us take accountability, young Reyes? Especially men. What really makes men really begin to take them to hold themselves accountable for stuff is when you feel convicted. Is when you feel convicted in your heart. That's when we really start, you know, really holding ourselves accountable and doing what's right. Classy Creole says the church is one of the first places to want to shun a person for not paying tithes, but won't shun the pastor for his dirty work. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why today's show is prosperity preaching has corrupted our leadership. Because leadership is a spiritual value. What has corrupted our spirits? What usually corrupts your spirit? When you get a promise about something, the devil come and promise you something and get you to compromise. You see? You see? And then you live your life like this. You live your life like this, man. Cynical one says, I'm doing great as well. Okay. I don't trust super churches. A lot of their members are super fake, in my opinion. Absolutely. The mega churches because the mega churches was created by these guys, the prosperity preachers, the Kenneth Copelands, the Creflo Dollars, the TD Jakes. These are your prosperity preachers, your Eddie Longs. These prosperity preachers is what created the mega church, which are now world cults. This is why in these mega churches, you can come in and you can be whatever. This is why TD Jakes don't have a problem with the homosexual agenda being in his church. It is because they want to bring in all of the money. It is a marketplace. The mega church is a big market. It's a flea market. That's why when they throw these events, they got a bunch of vendors and all. It's a flea market. You see? That's what this is. That's what this is, y'all. And now the men, what we rather do? We rather just hustle. We treat everything like a hustle. Because this is, you got to remember how important. Listen, a lot of y'all will get up here and speak against certain things, and y'all don't even know how a lot of these things work. Religion is the backbone of the Black community. Okay? Okay? Religion. No matter what it is, no matter what it is, no matter what your religion is, that is the backbone of the Black community. This is why everything is corrupted. Because the leadership in religion is corrupted. The religious leaders. That stuff spills over into the community. Because if you got two spiritually compromised people who then have children, and then those children have children, you have what? This becomes what? This becomes culture, becomes a cultural practice for dysfunctional people to keep having children. And then you get generations of this stuff. Y'all see how this stuff works? Then it becomes the culture. I was watching a conversation. Shout out to everybody in the building. We in double overtime. Shout out to everybody in the building. Right? I was watching an interview with Umar Johnson, and he was talking to this brother, and just everything he was saying was a bunch of conscious community malarkey. And just by how he was talking, Umar's showing me more and more that he talk now, how much he really don't understand a lot of the stuff he thought he knew about. You see? See, because everybody speaks against religion, but what is religion? Religion is the practices of your spirituality. That's all religion is. See, y'all get caught up. Oh, religion is you go back and read and legio, and that came from this. See, y'all go into that conscious crap that you heard a bunch of charlatans and prosperity preachers preach to y'all, so you can give the guy with the the money instead of the guy with the cross. See, that's all they did. Hey, don't give the man with the cross your money. Don't give your man with the star and the crescent your money. Give it to me. I'm wearing an unk. I know the real truth. That's all that happened. That's all that happened. Religion is nothing but your spiritual practice, your spiritual practices, praying, fasting, reading the word. This is spiritual practices. You see? But then you had prosperity preachers who wanted to come in and give the people a fast track to God. Oh, you want to access God? You just got to chant this prayer that I wrote and pay me $5,000, and you'll see God as soon as you chant this prayer 500 times and pay me. This has been going on since ancient times. Soothsayers, it's in the book. Magicians, witches, warlocks, in the book. It's there. There's nothing new under the sun. So you think they didn't have a fake church and mega churches back then? They did. They had fake pastors back then. What are you talking about? Same thing. So y'all think it's gonna always be people out here to speak against this stuff because there's nothing new under the sun. Silly. Hey, Brownie, what's going on with you? What's up, Scorpio? Scorpio says, sorry, I'm late. I've been cat sitting. Shout out to you, Scorpio. Shout out to my man Ebo in the building. Ebo says, religion is the art of occupying limited minds with that which they cannot comprehend. Bob says, glad you breaking it down. Absolutely. Absolutely. Young Reyes says, DS1, I'm Sunni, but I have a connection to Sufism through family members. Absolutely. Absolutely. But this stuff has corrupted leadership, man. Because it corrupts the spirit. So this stuff will corrupt the way you lead. You see? It's going to corrupt the way you lead. Only if you allow it to. Because you don't have to. Not saying you're not going to make mistakes. You're not human. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about when somebody can pay you to constantly influence other people to live wrong through your example. And what makes it even worse is you do it in the name of God. You do it in the name of God. Shout out to you, Cynical One. Appreciate you pulling up. My PTSD is off the chain. Absolutely. A lot of us got PTSD, Scorpio. Bob says it taught me as a man to always prove before using blind faith. Absolutely. Absolutely. And what it is too, Bob, is you have to establish your intention. Because see, if your intention was to go in and to, somehow get some type of prosperity, that's another reason, we put ourselves in certain predicaments with our intent. And then we fool ourselves by telling ourselves that somebody wronged us when our intentions was wrong. I'm not saying that your intentions can't be right and something wrong happens, but we got to pay attention to our intentions. Are you going to church for money? Are you going to church to get access to a bag and then you ran into a scam? That happens all the time. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. That happens when you're looking for a hustle. A hustle is a hustle. Don't let that go over your head. A hustle is a hustle. So sometimes you could go into the hustle trying to invest into the hustle and get hustled. That's the hustle. That's the nature of this stuff. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all support today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show. Share today's show. MySpace says, yeah, I got it too. I don't know what is going on inside of my head. Sometimes it's hard to change and cut through that envelope. It's hard, but I'm trying. Yep. It's hard for all of us. It's hard for me. It's hard for everybody, man. Because we human. It's hard for everybody. Some of us it's harder than others, you know, but it's hard for everyone. MySpace. Can't give up though. Can't give up. I think a lot of times the first step, MySpace, is um start cutting off your attachments to the world. And what I mean by that is your worldly desires. Be honest with yourself on what you want from life and see if those things matter more than real things in life. Start evaluating on the things that you hold value to and why. Because like I said earlier, a lot of people just want a lot of money so other people can see them. A lot of people don't want money because they want to get out of poverty, right? A lot of people don't want a lot of money because they want to help their families get out of poverty. They actually want to be a pillar to the world and to the community. They just want money to be seen. They just want money so somebody can say, look at him, look at her, look at that car, look at that outfit. Oh, he came up. Oh, she ain't broke no more. Oh, people want that more than they want their families to be happy, than their children to be happy. So you got to start, digging deep. Why do you truly desire that? Is it really because you want it? Or because you know if you have it, other people will be like, oh, look at such and such. And it'll validate you. Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Thank you, Miss Angie. I appreciate it. What up, Coffee? Shout out to Coffee in the building. Salute. What up, T Church? Scorpio says, my kids got PTSD from church. That can happen. That can happen. I know a lot of people that happened to. You know? But shout out to everyone, man. If you enjoyed today's show, donate to today's show. The PayPal and the Venmo is going across the screen. Donate to today's show. Donate to today's show. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to everyone who has shown up. Most importantly, I appreciate you guys being here, man. So do what's free. Do what's free first. Do what's free first. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Do what's free. Okay? If you can't financially support the show, do what's free. Let's get used to doing what's for free. Since I know y'all got a problem with giving me something, right? Y'all are very stingy when it comes to me. So can you at least do what's free? Or do y'all have an excuse for that too? Just do what's free. It's free to hit the like button. It's free to hit the share button. It's free. Do what's free. If you came here to get free information, to get free motivation, do what's free. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Because you're watching for free. Do what's free. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Before you leave, hit the like button. Hit the share button. Okay? Do what's free, y'all. Shout out to everyone in the building. Yes, we are on the road to 10K. Yes, ma'am. I need you guys to hit that like button and hit that share button. Do what's free. Okay? Do what's free. Shout out to everyone in the building. If you're just coming in, hit the like button, hit the share button, right? And don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate everyone who has pulled up. Salute, salute, salute. Also, shout out to everyone who has financially supported today's show, whether you hit the PayPal, whether you hit the Venmo. Shout out to everyone. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because y'all know this stuff is not free. You got to keep this stuff going. Okay? So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Rain and Women says, remember that DS1 has merch coming, and also check out the shorts, playlists, and pre-recorded videos. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a lot coming 2024, y'all. We have a lot coming 2024. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned. Definitely check out the shorts. Check out all my pre-record. I just dropped the pre-record video. Make sure y'all go and check that out where I spoke on the Storm Monroe TD Jake situation. I also spoke on the Omi and the Hellcat situation that he got going on while he's sitting in prison right now. Make sure y'all go and check those out. Y'all stay tuned right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate everyone. Salute to all my lovely mods for always coming through and holding it down. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.